Man was Randy Bachman. It is 7:34 in the morning. It is a Saturday morning. We got some birthdays for you. Big shot birthday today on this April 4th. Actor Craig T. Nelson. He was the coach. He's 76 today. Christine Lottie, she was on Chicago Hope. She's 70 years old today. Steve Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers. He's 69. Writer-producer David E. Kelly, a strange guy. He did Ally McBeal and The Practice. He's 64. Actress Constance Schulman of Orange is the New Black. She's 62. Bassist Greg Adams of The Cult, 58 today. Talk show host Graham Norton, he is 57. Comedian David Cross, kind of a weird guy. He's Arrested Development. He was on Arrested Development. He was Mr. Show. He's 56. Actor Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, is 55 today. Actress Nancy McKeon is 54. Magician David Blaine is 47 today. Actress singer Jamie Lynn Spears, she was on Zoe 101. She's Britney Spears' little sister, 29 years old today. Local birthdays, they're coming up next.
I understand how challenging this moment is for our families and our communities. That is why our state is responding at every level of government to slow the spread of COVID-19 while ensuring our most vulnerable Californians have what they need. But we can each do our part, and it starts by staying home. I know this is a big sacrifice for so many, but staying home saves lives. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alfred Flores, Jessica Salazar, Joaquin Verdugo, David de la Garza Jr., Danny Vasquez, Larissa Alvarado, Carlos Ruiz, Sam Conway, Travis Fusi, Chris Romero, Yolanda Fernandez, Colin Hoyt, Linda Hamby, Elizabeth Ramirez, Esther Granados, Eva Badena, Jamie Nelson, Jessica Flores, and Gina Arreguin. Happy birthday to every single one. Happy wedding anniversary going out this morning to Carmen and Margot Campbell. Happy anniversary to you guys from everybody.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And we are ready for the World California News headlines, brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Locke Air Conditioning.
CBS News Update. Surgeon General Jerome Adams is talking about citizens wearing some sort of mask.
CDC recommends, and the task force recommends, wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo on the situation his state is facing regarding ventilators.
If the rate of usage, the rate of people coming into hospitals who need ventilators, if that rate continues, in our stockpile, we have about 6 days.
New York Congresswoman Nita Lowey today delivered the weekly Democratic address.
The administration must step up immediately to ensure that adequate medical supplies like protective equipment and ventilators are available when and where they are needed most.
The latest number of deaths worldwide approaching 61,000. CBS News Update. I'm Steve Futterman.
Locke Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Locke Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Locke Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. There were 12,581 coronavirus cases in California with 285 fatalities. California Governor Gavin Newsom says efforts are being made to get the homeless population off the streets.
We've identified roughly 7,000 hotel rooms that are now in our possession where we have occupancy agreements. And we are now building partnerships throughout the state of California to begin to get folks into these sites.
It was announced yesterday Riverside County Deputy David Worksman passed away from COVID-19 a day after another deputy died from it. The two did not work together. Sheriff Chad Bianco says Deputy Worksman was well respected.
Deputy Worksman was known by all of us who worked with him for his generosity, his kindness, and willingness to help anyone, whether it was work-related or not. He will be greatly missed by this organization.
Brentwood-based Bay Area Distilling is switching from making vodka to making hand sanitizer. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
With a Marcus by Goldman Sachs no penalty CD. There's a typo, a fixed rate guaranteed and no penalties if you withdraw your balance early?
That's right, no penalties.
Really?
Take two.
With a Marcus by Goldman Sachs no penalty CD, you get a fixed rate of 1.7% for 7 months. There are no penalties if you withdraw your balance early. And you keep the interest you earned. You can money with Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Learn more at Marcus.com.
$500 minimum balance required to earn stated annual percentage yield, which may change before account is funded. May withdraw full balance beginning 7 days after funding. Rates as of March 20th, 2020. Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC.
With the help of Navy Federal Credit Union, we're spotlighting famous athletes who've worked to make us all safer by serving. Mike Anderson, the man who brought the mile-high salute to pro football, served with pride. The former Denver running back spent 4 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. Anderson credits the Marine contact football team with getting him to the next level. Taking small steps now, like opening a certificate from Navy Federal Credit Union, could mean big earnings later to help meet your savings goals. No matter what you're saving for, learn more at NavyFederal.org/save. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley, in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue, right next to Food for Less. Another COVID-19 update. The Imperial County Public Health Department has issued another update on COVID-19 cases. As of 7 p.m. last night, there were 55 confirmed cases of the virus in the Imperial County, with tests still pending on other individuals. 360 tests have come back negative. There has been one death reported connected to Imperial County. Imperial County Public Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday has said several times that the number of cases will continue to grow, but if people will adhere to the recommendations to stay at home, maintain social distancing, if it is necessary to go to the grocery store or pharmacy and continue to wash your hands and clean surfaces, it will help to flatten the curve of new infections. Doctor said that using masks when out in public is not mandatory yet, but it is recommended to protect yourself and others. Imperial Valley College remains online for the remainder of the spring 2020 and summer 2020. After careful consideration, Imperial Valley College leadership determined to continue to offer instruction online for the remainder of the spring 2020 and summer 2020. The decision is made in alignment with the recommendations from the federal government, state government, and the California Community College Chancellor's Office. In addition, the Imperial County Health Officer has issued an amended stay-at-home order on April 1st, 2020, which will remain in effect until further notice. We'll have more in just a minute.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
And a series of earthquakes shook the Anza, California area last night. Shook everywhere in Southern California. The strongest measured a magnitude 4.9 at 6:53 p.m. A swarm of approximately 50 smaller earthquakes was recorded over the next hour or so. Since then, there have been several more. Strongest 3.6 and 3.7. Epicenter was about 11 miles east-southeast of Anza near Palm Springs. Stronger earthquakes were felt over a wide area of Southern California, including Los Angeles, Orange, San Diego, and Imperial counties. Attorneys for the Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit in federal court on behalf of 4 people detained at the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Otay Mesa Detention Center and the Imperial Regional Detention Facility who have medical conditions that make them highly vulnerable if infected with COVID-19. The suit demands the detainees' immediate release because of their acute medical conditions, including leukemia, lung disease, and HIV infection. The plaintiffs are at increased danger of contracting and dying from COVID-19 in these ICE detention facilities, according to the ACLU. They say as many as 60 to 100 people share living quarters. Detainees sleep in bunk beds only a few feet apart and share common areas such as eating tables, showers, toilets, and sinks. The recent positive test of a staff member at the Otay Mesa Detention Center heightens the risk and puts lives in immediate danger. Lawsuit argues ICE's continued clustering of vulnerable individuals under these circumstances creates not only a humanitarian crisis, but also a constitutional one. These conditions violate the plaintiff's Fifth Amendment guarantee of due process, which prevents the government from exposing civil detainees to a risk of serious illness and death. I also argue that the state prisons are releasing prisoners in the same such manner as being requested by the LCU at the detention centers. The local news, page 1, has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less and in Brawley on Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it's page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your life and health insurance needs or retirement planning. March 3rd election is finally over. The Elections Department has issued the official final report this week. Voter turnout for the election came in at 30.86%, with 23,885 votes cast out of 77,390 registered voters in Imperial County. The 2 Imperial Irrigation District Division races will be decided in November. None of the candidates in either race was able to garner 50% of the vote or better. In Division 2, runoff will be between J.B. Hamby and Ryan D. Childers. Childers defeated incumbent Bruce Kuhn by just 43 votes. Hamby was the top vote getter. In Division 4, incumbent Eric Ortega will face Javier Gonzalez in the runoff. For the Board of Supervisors, Luis Plancarte was re-elected to District 2, and incumbents Michael Kelly and Ryan Kelly each ran unopposed in their respective districts. 2 men were arrested Thursday and charged with crimes involving a chop shop. Yuma County Sheriff's deputies located a stolen car in the area of the 13500 block of East 41st Street. The arrest came after serving a search warrant for the residence where the vehicle was found. 2 suspects, 55-year-old Brett Farley of Yuma and 31-year-old Justin Beachy, were arrested at the residence. 3 additional stolen vehicles were located, including a pickup truck stolen in the Phoenix area, Harley-Davidson motorcycle stolen from Peoria, Arizona, and an off-road dune buggy that had already been dismantled. Farley was booked booked into the Yuma Regional Detention Center for one count of theft and one count of owning, operating a chop shop. Beachy is being held on 4 counts of theft of a means of transportation, 4 counts of transporting vehicles to a chop shop, and 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited possessor. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
The high temperature yesterday, 83 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 54. National Weather Service says temperatures will be at or above normal through the weekend. A gradual pattern change will unfold next week as a low pressure system slowly approaches and then passes through the region. Precipitation chances start over southeast California on Monday. Rainfall, if any, is anticipated relatively modest. There will be a cooling trend as well, with the high temperatures on the lower deserts down to the low 70s by Thursday. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 85. Breezy throughout the day. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows around 56. Breezy throughout the night. Sunday, sunny skies. Highs right near 81. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 55. Breezy throughout the night. Monday, 20% chance of showers after 11 a.m. Partly cloudy skies. Highs right near 78. West to southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 57 degrees, 45% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still good throughout the region. Your local news and weather, page 2, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns. And that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And in his first public comment since trading DeAndre Hopkins, Houston Texans head coach and general manager Bill O'Brien cited the wide receiver's desire for a raise as one of the reasons for his trade to the Arizona Cardinals. Last month, Houston traded Hopkins, a reigning 3-time All-Pro selection, and a 2020 fourth-round pick for running back David Johnson, a 2020 second-round pick, and a 2021 fourth-round selection. The NBA's 2K Players Tournament started with a bang last night on ESPN. Number 16 seed Derek Jones Jr. upset number 1 seed Kevin Durant 72-62 to lead lead off the evening. Jones and Durant faced off in a tense matchup, this time not on the court, but and the joysticks in the comfort of their home. It's a video game competition. Giannis not playing basketball. He has said he's in the interim while the series has been. The season has been postponed because of the coronavirus situation. He is at his home. Giannis is at his home in Wisconsin. The reigning MVP has been cooking, cleaning, spending time with the family, working out, but the NBA player is not shooting hoops. Says he doesn't have a basket.
AM 1230 and the Westwood One Radio Network presents NCAA Classic Basketball. Great games from NCAA tournament history. The series includes the classic 1979 matchup between Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. TCU versus Georgetown. The 1983 championship game between North Carolina State and Houston. Some of the greatest games in NCAA men's basketball tournament history on AM 1230.
NCAA Classic Basketball is brought to you by Stan's Auto Body in El Centro, a name you can trust. Julie Oliver of Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent.
And today's NCAA Classic game will air at 9 o'clock this morning. In the NBA, Utah Jazz undergoing layoffs. They are laying off staff amid the coronavirus pandemic. There's no end in sight of the layoff, the stay-at-home thing. Antonio Brown, the state of Florida has levied 3 formal charges against Antonio Brown for an alleged January assault that resulted in the former All-Pro wide receiver's arrest. Brown faces felony burglary, conveyance, misdemeanor battery, and misdemeanor criminal mischief charges, according to Broward County, the court documents obtained by ESPN. And the U.S. Women's Open moved to December. LPGA has shuffled its entire schedule. The U.S. Open will be in December. It had been scheduled for June 4th through the 7th. And the U.S. Tennis Association said yesterday it's best not to play the sport, no tennis, right now for all. They should take a collective pause from tennis for everybody until everything is all cleared up. That's it. That's a look at sports. We got more stuff coming up.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Yeah, we got your financial news and weather. Stocks finished sharply lower yesterday and for the week after the release of the monthly U.S. employment report set a grim tone for trade, showing massive job losses in March, even before the extent of the economic devastation from the coronavirus pandemic has been fully realized. However, crude oil prices, another focus for investors, finished the day higher on hopes of a possible detente between Saudi Arabia and Russia at a planned Monday meeting of oil-producing giants. Dow Jones Industrial Average was 360.91 points, 1.7% lower, to end at 21,052.53, while the S&P 500 lost 38.25 points, or 1.5%, to close at 2,488.65. NASDAQ Composite Index lost 114.23 points, or 1.5%, to end at 7,373.08. For the week, Dow Jones, the Dow lost 2.7%, S&P 500 declined 2.1%, and the NASDAQ put in a weekly drop of 1.7%. We got your weather coming up next.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The high temperature yesterday, 83 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 54. National Weather Service says temperatures will be at or above normal through the weekend. A gradual pattern change will unfold next week as a low pressure system slowly approaches and then passes through the region. Precipitation chances start over southeast California on Monday. Rainfall, if any, is anticipated relatively modest. There will be a cooling trend as well, with the high temperatures on the lower deserts down to the low 70s by Thursday. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 85. Breezy throughout the day. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows around 56. Breezy throughout the night. Sunday, sunny skies. Highs right near 81. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 55. Breezy throughout the night. Monday, 20% chance of showers after 11 a.m. Partly cloudy skies. Highs right near 78. West to southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Futterman in Los Angeles. To wear or not to wear masks. There are new recommendations from the CDC. It is better to wear masks when you go outside. Here's CBS News White House correspondent Paula Reed.
This new guidance comes after the CDC reviewed its own guidance on this issue and concluded there is some value to covering your face even if you don't have any symptoms. But with masks in short supply, they're encouraging people to make cloth masks at home.
New York City is still ground zero for the U.S. battle against coronavirus. Correspondent Mola Lengi.
The sick are coming so fast, the city could need 5,000 of care beds by next week. Michael Dowling runs 23 New York area hospitals, where 1 out of every 4 COVID patients is in intensive care.
Every hospital right now is a COVID hospital. Every hospital is unbelievably busy and preparing to get busier because the numbers keep escalating.
The New England Patriots, usually a team many people outside New England dislike, are getting cheers today after its owner Robert Kraft helped bring in much-needed supplies from China. Here's CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
A plane bearing the logo of the New England Patriots landed in Boston Friday. It had been dispatched to China, where it picked up a shipment of 1.2 million N95 masks. Governor Charlie Baker struck a deal with Chinese manufacturers.
Partnerships like this one will ensure that we are doing everything we can to keep our people safe and to fight this virus.
These made-in-China scenes have been playing out around the world. And they're not just shipping masks, but personal protective equipment, ventilators, and even medical personnel.
Another tragedy for the Kennedy family. The daughter and grandson of Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, the daughter of the late Robert Kennedy, are presumed dead in a boating accident in Chesapeake Bay. CBS's Pat Milton.
In a statement, Townsend expressed profound sadness and said the family would summon the grace of God and strength to honor the hope and the passion of her daughter and grandson.
The search for the two has now shifted from a rescue to recovery. President Trump has fired the man whose actions led to his impeachment.
I'm Tom Foti. Michael Atkinson was a Trump appointee as watchdog for the intelligence community. Late last year, he fulfilled his legal obligation to advise Congress about a whistleblower complaint against Mr. Trump involving Ukraine. That led to the president's eventual impeachment. Now, with the nation's eyes on the virus crisis, Mr. Trump has told Congress he's firing Inspector General Atkinson.
And the latest numbers coronavirus-wise, deaths worldwide nearly 61,000. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During these challenging times, our commitment to providing you with the best mortgage experience remains. We understand that hardships may arise, and we're prepared to help. Mortgage rates remain near historic lows. If you think that now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, our home loan experts are available to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
This is an American Red Cross blood donation alert. We are currently facing a severe blood shortage during this coronavirus outbreak. Healthy blood and platelet donors are asked to make an appointment to give now. Donating blood is safe and can help save lives. Cancer patients, accident victims, and so many others continue to need life-saving blood. Please schedule your appointment now by visiting redcrossblood.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. You can make a difference.
One of Britain's greatest living composers is coming to the rescue of fans in lockdown. Correspondent Pam Coulter reports.
For the millions of people sheltering in place for weeks now, it gets harder and harder to come up with entertainment.
We all dream a lot.
But famed composer Andrew Lloyd Webber has an answer. He's making some of his filmed musicals available for free on YouTube. The first offering is the 2000 adaptation of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Next week, it will be the rock classic, Jesus Christ Superstar. Pam Coulter, CBS News.
And with so many businesses, from airlines to zoos, closed by the coronavirus, in Britain, hospitals and supermarkets have been flooded by high-skilled workers volunteering to do any work needed, which is how an aircraft engineer is stacking boxes at a supermarket. A cardiologist is now doing some janitor shifts. I'm Steve Futterman, CBS News.
Crisis or opportunity? You get to decide. Thousands are losing jobs, but could you turn this crisis into a better life and do it all from home? A 39-year-old entrepreneur from a billionaire family spent $20 million in 5 years to find the best home-based business in North America. When he found the only one with real long-term potential, he bought it. And right now, he needs you. Write this down. GoHereNext.com. Income based on performance, not politics. GoHereNext.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I tell you, I don't want to really be without it because I haven't really been sick in 2 years. I used to get something, bronchitis, laryngitis, cold, something, at least one. I haven't had any, so that kind of says a lot. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
We're just trying to entertain people, and morality's just gonna get in the way.
AM 1230.
That's hilarious.
KXO. 1230
And all the other governmental agencies around the valley. This morning on the telephone with us, social distance away, is the Imperial County Chief Executive Officer, Tony Rahotas. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Mr. Buckley. How are you doing?
I am doing well. And, that's the key right now. We're hoping that everybody is doing well, and that's what we want to talk about, is what's happening with the COVID-19 pandemic and how is Imperial County reacting. And we got an update yesterday. Dr. Stephen Monday, the Imperial County Health Officer, reported that the first COVID-19 associated death in Imperial County occurred and updated the number of cases. One of the things that you pointed out and that he has made it a point is that you've got to maintain not just social distancing, but stay home, right?
You're absolutely correct. And first and foremost, since we did have our first loss yesterday, I think we really need to put our thoughts and prayers out to the families and friends of those impacted by this, because that is a sad day anytime, we lose somebody. And, we have seen this nationwide, but now that it's hit Imperial County, it's true to our heart, and we need to take a time and reflect on that and put those people in our thoughts and prayers. As far as social distancing, yes, I think Dr. Monday and I stressed that quite a bit yesterday. And one of the things that we're actually looking at now is telling people to assume that either you have it or people around you have it, that you don't want to expose them and you don't want to be exposed by others. And I think that's a different way of looking at it, but more of a proactive way to keep your kind of like a bubble around you as you're walking through and throughout your day and how you conduct your business. And social distancing, continue to wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands appropriately. Make sure you're doing it for 20 seconds at a time and thoroughly with soap, and just keeping a clean environment around you, making sure that you're disinfecting your work areas around you, your home areas, and just doing your part as a responsible adult, a responsible child, and making sure you're doing your effort in this part.
Okay. The Imperial County has an emergency operations center at the county fire station in Heber, and that has been in operation for several weeks now. What are they doing?
So, kind of call that your war room if you want. The Emergency Operations Center is housed at the fire station in Heber, out on Dogwood Road, and that is kind of your logistical center point. It focuses on main topics that deal with emergencies. You can call it the FLOP, Finance, Logistics, Operations, and Planning. There's different sections in there. And what those sections are doing is, if you have something you need in the field, it's up to the Emergency Operations Center to help facilitate that request of getting those supplies or requests to you. Coordination of the, we have a humanitarian effort going on right now with the National Guard being in town. Those efforts were coordinated through the Emergency Operations Center, then funneled through the Imperial County Food Bank and the Area of Agency on Aging to help facilitate food and meal preparation and meal distribution for people in our community. The finances, because a lot of this is costing a great deal of money to have all these supplies, so you actually have a finance section that's keeping track of expenditures, policies, and procedures are being followed for our procurement purposes as well, and making sure that's all kept on task. You have a planning section. The planning section is sitting there creating work schedules, not just for the people at the EOC, but people that in the needed areas of our community that constantly have rotating personnel to assist with whatever aspects that need to be happening. And operations is basically what it is anybody that needs operational assistance, whether it's law enforcement, fire, medical. The operations section is drafting up the plans and setting our priorities for the day. So there's a whole lot going down there. We're trying to do social distancing there as well. During the earthquakes in the past, we might have anywhere between 50 to 70 people there. We're trying to limit that with command staff and the essential people to about 20 to make sure we're actually maintaining our social distancing there as well. So we're actually doing some of that remote, but the heart and soul of what's happening through the day is being done through that facility.
Okay, I have to ask, one of the things that people across the nation keep pointing out is, what about supplies? What about the masks, the ventilators? Are the supplies available in Imperial County?
So what we have right now is we have a priority. We have ventilators and we have N95 masks. They are being kept for first responders and hospitals. They are prioritized to them. We do have additional supplies coming in, and we have received supplies as well. But we're continually, part of what that group is, the Emergency Operations Center is doing, is finding out where the additional supplies are and making every effort possible to go ahead and start earmarking some of those so we know when they can be delivered or when they will be arriving. And that way the personnel down there can also adequately space out the needs and distribution of the products.
Okay, now, of course, Imperial County, but there are 7 incorporated cities. There's 2 health care facilities, 2 hospitals. Everything is being coordinated among the municipalities and the health care facilities.
Very, very good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. So when the EOC, there's briefings that occur daily, multiple times throughout the day, actually. And the one main briefing in the morning, people actually call in, and every city has a designee or a point person that calls in and participating. Some of the cities also, or all the cities actually, have activated their own emergency operations center to handle their initial needs before pushing it up to the county. The hospitals, special districts, and all the cities are all part of this, as well as our state agencies, our local prisons, the state prisons, and as well as our federal partners, BLM, as an example as well. They're all part of the Emergency Operations Center as well.
Okay, and of course, we've had instance with the Emergency Operations Center. I recall an Easter about 10 years ago where it was set up and running smoothly.
Yeah, we try to have it as a well-oiled machine, but that only occurs because the people of Imperial Valley staff those positions. We have a great wealth of knowledge of personnel that know how to step in and run all aspects of the Emergency Operations Center. And it's not just a county effort. It's our nonprofits, it's our city employees, it's our county employees, and it's our state and federal partners. And putting all those people together, it's really neat to see. You're absolutely right. We did see that through the earthquake. We also saw that through the 2010 quake. And I can tell you Imperial County really has a lot of people that will step up when called upon.
Well, that was one of the things that has been driven home over the years in the Valley, that Sacramento, we are as geographically as far away from Sacramento as you can get. And, hey, we can do this. The people in the Valley do come together.
You're absolutely right, geographically, and we have a board member that uses that on a regular basis, that you can't get farther from Sacramento than Imperial County, but it shows you what Imperial County can do standing on its own.
Okay, among the issues that came up yesterday with Dr. Monday and with yourself were stay at home, take precautions, and the idea and the term is flatten the curve. And anybody that's ever taken statistics or is familiar with a bell curve, we are on the upside. You know, things are going up. Any idea when that curve might start to flatten?
You know, right now, one thing we are looking at, and something I mentioned yesterday, is we are creating a dashboard. The dashboard was worked on. It's been being worked on, but I saw the first example last night, and it should be online by today to start sharing the curve you're talking about with our local community. It's all of our responsibility. It's my responsibility, your responsibility, and all of our listeners today, that they all have a part in flattening that curve. That's why we keep stressing social distancing, taking the proper precautions, not leaving your house unless you absolutely need to. Because we want to see that curve get flattened as soon as possible. Everything we do, our actions that we take, and those that we project, our actions we project to those around us, to our children, how we display ourselves is how we want to send the message. Let's flatten this curve as soon as possible. Let's do the least amount of damage that can be done, but it is all of our responsibilities.
Okay. Anything that we missed?
Well, I want to say that I think Imperial County has the people to flatten that curve, and I think we can make a positive difference. I think we see that just the people stepping up. We've had some donations of items that are a huge impact to our community. The Masonic Lodge made a sizable donation to our area of Agency on Aging to help with the elderly and the food programs. I saw something on Facebook where Zendeja's hardware store in Calapat donated some N95 respirators to first responders. That's the kind of community we live in, and I think that's what we all love about Imperial County. I thank those people because, you know, they're going above and beyond at time of need, and it's super appreciated. And I know that doesn't come from me. That comes from the Board of Supervisors. That comes from me, my office. But it also, you know, it's a reflection of what our county is and how we, as Imperial County, can move forward through this and get through this. And I think that kind of sends the internal message. And we need to, you know, even though times are negative, we need to stay positive. How do we stay positive? You know, we're stuck at home. A lot of us, our kids are home. School is out. I think we need to add, look at our family values, stress that to our children that are in the you know, constant house with us. And, you know, they don't get to go out with their friends. They don't get to go out and socialize the way they're used to. But let's take advantage of that. Let's set a message in our house. Let's not let anxiety and panic overtake our lives. There's too much positive that you can reflect on and not reflect on the negative. And I think that's the kind of message we need to send. And we will get through this. And what we put into it is what we will make of it. It'll help us flatten the curve, but it'll help us build an Imperial County, stronger Imperial County for the future.
Well, I think the key right there is we will get through this. And one of the things you should point out, okay, the elderly, this is not just an issue with the elderly.
Absolutely
Kids
not.
Are getting COVID-19 and dying.
You're correct. It's not just the elderly. It's people that could possibly have immune deficiency or underlying medical health issues as well. That's why we have to be so serious. If we can help care for our elderly, our neighbors, our family, we need to do it in a self-respecting manner. I mean, we all want to go visit your grandmother, your mom, your dad, but we also have to reflect, can you do that through other means? Can you do that through FaceTime? Can you do that through Zoom? Any way possible. But at the end of the day, if we love those loved ones, you don't want to impact them in a negative way. Even though you might feel fine, I don't want you. We shouldn't be looking to take that chance. Social distancing, I can't express it enough.
Chief, we appreciate the visit today, and we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. The Andrea Bowers has been doing a marvelous job with the press releases. My hat's off to Dr. Stephen Monday, the Imperial County Health Officer. Calm, reassuring, but right on point.
Dr. Monday is an awesome person to be able to say that we have on staff. He is truly an expert in his field. He's a great mentor to many, and you're absolutely right. The calm demeanor, he can juggle so many things, but still give you an answer. And you actually see that trickle down through the public health staff. And public health staff has been running their tails off and doing a fantastic job for this county. There's so many little intrinsic things that they do throughout the day that myself or just some of the other general public doesn't realize of all the little details that they're looking into and all the follow-ups that occur. But they're all doing a fantastic job, and they're all being supported behind with 2,300 employees behind them doing whatever they can. I said I was extremely proud. I used an example the other day as I went over to the public administrator's office in the area of Agency on Aging, and they had that staff there. But around them, there was a public works truck there. We had facilities people, park rangers, and people from behavioral health loading food to be distributed to the needy. And I say that's a reflection of Imperial County that we all want to see and focus on, because that's everybody coming together as a united team. And I've been saying this, and I'll say it again, we are Imperial County strong.
Okay. Chief Executive Officer Tony Rojotas Jr., we appreciate the visit, and again, we will be doing this throughout this pandemic crisis.
Thank you for your time, sir.
And that interview will be available on our YouTube channel, also on Facebook, and as we said, we'll be doing it on a regular basis, keeping you up to date and informed.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.
It's what I listen to.